Yes, indeed.
Oh, yes. Ooh.
Oh, sorry.
And stay out.
I just stepped on that.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's Burt the Dirt. And here we are on WOWD 94.3 FM and TakomaRadio.org. I'm joined by the mighty Bryan Reichhardt.
Hello.
And I'm John Previti. And we're especially joined. Is that a word? Is that a way to put it? Anyway, we are joined also in a special way with Bronson Hoover and Robbie Cooper of Burt the Dirt.
Yay.
And
thanks for having us.
It's wonderful to have you.
Glad to have you here.
And that was a tune from their newest release. Everything's Changed.
The first single.
The first single.
All right.
We're here to discuss that, talk about them, talk about one another, talk about music, and the backgrounds of these tunes. And anyway, it's great to have you.
Yeah, great to be here.
Great to see you. So what do you got to say for yourselves?
Well, how did this, talk about this coming about, this new CD?
It's been a process. How many years have you been working on this one, Robbie?
A couple, for sure. We, had various stages of chutzpah for cranking away and making progress on it. But over, I'd say the last year and a half, bunch more chutzpah of making progress. We did, we tracked part of it over at Bronson's place and did the rest at my studio near Frederick. And it's actually been pretty cool. This is the first record that I've ever gotten to be a part of where we just didn't have a time frame on anything. Mm-hmm. We just kept cranking away and just kept working on it until it felt done. Yeah, which is a nice way to work,
Rare.
And exactly, pretty rare. It's just I'm going to go in there and work on it for 4 hours, and whatever I get done, and I'll just keep doing it until we reach a place of harmony with everything, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
My studio is actually on my property, and it's this imagine a 3-car double deep 2-level barn. Mm-hmm. On the first level, I own an audio company, and I keep all my gear on the first level. And the second level is just a studio. It's about a 30 by 40 foot big wide open room that's built in soundproof, so I could be out there at 3 o'clock in the morning raging as loud as I want. And so that was great. I mean, there's days where I would get 2 guitar tracks done in 4 hours, 5 hours, because I'm nope, I'm just waiting. I'm gonna just keep going until I get it, until I get the, I didn't want to do a whole lot of comping or splicing stuff together. There was some stuff I was I just want to get the take, so I'm just gonna do. If it takes me 50 takes to just nail the one that I want, that's what I'm gonna do. It's you can go down the rabbit hole just forever.
Oh yeah,
nitpicking your own playing. You know what I mean? It's so it was a great and collaborative process. Everybody contributed music to this. Mm-hmm. Everybody in the band at least wrote one song on the record, which was pretty great. Yeah, and sang one for sure too. So, it was great. What can you say?
Cool.
It's one of the most collaborative things I've ever been a part of. Definitely, we all chipped in.
Yeah,
that was nice. Robbie took the brunt of it behind the desk doing all the editing, but
it was it was nice, man. When we had guitar days, and we just, if you wanted to come and be a part and put your 2 cents in on guitar day, lots of times, when you're putting records together, everybody will come in for their thing, right? And you might track the rhythm section together and stuff like that, but big guitar days or key days or percussion days or vocal days or whatever. And there was a little bit of that, but there was also if you want to come for the session, come for the session. If you got ideas, if you have ideas to put in, it's we didn't really put anybody under the gun. It's let's just do it until we get it, which is
great.
like Bronson was saying, it's a rare way to do things.
I believe it. Yeah,
it's
Yeah, I can't work without a deadline.
Exactly. But then that's the other part of it. It's like, when are you done?
Yeah, right, exactly.
So,
what I mean?
so we booked an album release show for that particular reason.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. That's what you do.
But
when are you gonna release it?
We were at least largely finished by then. It was just like I was mixing stuff, and also, you go back and forth, and it's like, man, you're going to hear exactly what you want to hear. As many, if you think you stink, you're going to hear you're going to think you stink forever the more you listen to it. It's like there's got to be a
You'll
point.
always find something.
Yeah, of course. There's got to be a point where it's like I'm not doing anything that is making this better.
Right, exactly.
Anymore,
what I call the pencils down moment.
Yeah, it's totally true. It's hard to know when that is, for sure. But a deadline definitely helps you, I guess, a little bit for sure. But I always think about like Jeff Tweedy and Wilco, and they made this record called Yankee Hotel Foxtrot. They worked on it for like 2 years. Full time, 40, 50 hours a week for 2 years.
Right.
Right. And they've since released all the outtakes of this thing, and it's just like they would demo 9 or 10 different versions of the same song.
Wow.
I mean, totally different.
Yeah. And then the final song is like guitar and vocal and nothing else.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Right.
And then Jim O'Rourke came and was like, "You need to cut all this crud away.
Right, get rid of all that."
It's like, yeah.
It took 2 years to strip it down to 2 parts.
Get back to the song for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's really interesting. Yeah.
But yeah. I gotta say, John, by the way, I'm like super happy and honored to be here with you, particularly because Danny Gatton is a formative part of my musical education when I was a kid. I don't know if you remember a gentleman named Jay Rosenthal.
Sure.
Entertainment attorney. He Evan Rosenthal, his son, was one of my best friends growing up, and I knew Jay my whole life.
Oh, man.
And he was a great guy, and he turned me on to Danny Gatton very, very young. So, yeah.
Well, that's cool to know.
Yeah, man.
And it made me, what you were talking about, it made me think of Danny, because Eddie Eastridge, who used to do Big Mo, said, "I've erased more great guitar tracks than anybody on the planet," because Danny would he'd do something and Eddie'd go, "Well, that's got to be it," and Danny go, "Nah, I'll do it again." And so hours later, that's just how he did it.
I actually heard that about him, that it was very, very nitpicky on
himself,
on
really, mostly. And and somebody was asking me about this the other day. How did we record? Was it all worked out, or did it? And I said it's really both. We would finish a tune, finish the version, and I'd go away thinking I was done. And the next time I came back, I'd have to change everything I did because Danny he changed.
Yeah, I hear you.
Anyway, well, that's God bless you for saying that.
Yeah, of course.
You're one of a kind, John.
Yeah.
Thank God. No.
I'm telling you. My mom used to say that.
Yeah, that's right.
Shall we listen to another tune?
Sure.
How about,
Yes, please.
Let's
and
do
you guys did a really cool thing. You brought the lyrics with you, which I think is neat.
Makes it easier. Let's do Mississippi Moonlight, since that's our second single.
You want us to do that?
do it.
Well, let me. Okay.
That way we're playing the 2 singles that have been released, and then we can play the unreleased cuts for the first time ever right here on the radio.
Mississippi Moonlight, then it will be. Yes, I'm just making sure I know what I'm doing. It's live radio.
Live radio, people. Got to press buttons.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Here on WOWD, this is DC Roots.
Deep in conversation and you say you love me too. Oh, but each night I'm driving to get back home to you. Mississippi moonlight, shine on me, shine on me tonight. Mississippi moonlight, where will I be? Where will I be tonight? Mississippi moonlight, shine on me tonight. Mississippi moonlight, shine on me tonight. Mississippi moonlight, where will I be? Where will I be tonight?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Great harmonies, for crying out loud. Fantastic. Mississippi Moonlight. I bet there's a story.
Well, there's kind of a story.
Well, we want to mention what we were talking about while we were listening to the song also.
Let's talk about that first.
Okay.
The fiddle player on that track is Frank Sullivan from Frank Sullivan and Dirty Kitchen. I said that right, didn't I? Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's phenomenal, and I'll let Robbie tell the story, but Robbie was on tour with him for a while, and Frank shows up one day and lays down a nice track for us.
Yeah, man. So I used to be Frank's road front of house engineer for a couple of years leading up to COVID, and got to do all kinds of great stuff with them. He got nominated for a Grammy in 2020, and we went to the Grammys, which was pretty cool.
Wow. Yeah.
And I mean, God, January of 2020, we went to the Grammys, and my wife actually told me she was pregnant right before we went. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna figure out how to deal with this. And then we came back from the Grammys, and like 3 weeks later, they're like, yeah, and the world's gonna shut down now too. It's like, all right, I'm gonna figure out how to deal with this. Like,
Now you're really good.
yeah. But yeah, Frank came to my studio to just cut some other stuff for another client of his, and I was like, let's do stuff while you're here. And so he laid down some mandolin and particularly fiddle on that last track. And he's a really self-conscious fiddle player, which is really silly because he's freaking ridiculous, you know. But yeah, he ripped it on that one for sure.
I wish I was there for Strings Day. That'd have been cool to watch. I'm sorry I missed that day.
Well, it was like the Danny Gatton story you're just telling us, where he's just like, do it again, do it again, and do it again.
Wow. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And I'm sure we probably ended up keeping the first take that he did anyway or something.
Yeah. It's usually the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that tune's special for me because, it's the first song I've ever sang lead on and recorded that's been released to the world, so it's kind of fun for me.
Huh.
Sounded great.
Thank you. I wrote that one when I was like 15. My family took a trip to Mexico when I was in middle school, and that was the first time I saw the Mississippi River. And I just remembered the power of the Mississippi, and a couple years later, learning how to play the guitar, and I just figured out this cute little country riff, and I wasn't really even into country music at all. And I got a kick out of it, and I ended up writing that tune kind of for my ex at the time, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
wait, your ex at 15?
Yeah,
okay.
I married my high school sweetheart.
Oh, okay.
We're still friends, but we're not married. But that's another conversation.
Yeah, that's right.
Different
story.
Wait, your wife? Your wife or your ex?
Wait, which?
We're still married. We're still friends, though.
Yeah, no, we're still friends. Both, I guess.
That's good.
I'm still friends with my wife too. That's a whole different kind of thing. Sorry, honey. I know she's probably listening.
Right, exactly. I'm sorry, we're having technical difficulties.
Yeah, right. Hey, press that button we were talking about already. The bleep button. That's what I need. But I started. I haven't done a whole lot of singing in public until the past few years. But what started me feeling comfortable using my voice was playing that song to my kids when they were little. Because I was
nice.
Pretty much a stay-at-home dad. I did motion graphics. I did animation stuff from home. And so I got to spend all the time with the kids, and I would play that song on my little nylon string guitar. And it was, they were kids. They ignored me, which is a great audience. Like it just, it gave me like some confidence to sing. So that song means that for me.
Bronson also came in and laid down his vocal track for that in like maybe 10 or 15 minutes. I think we might have done like 2 or 3 run throughs.
Yeah, I didn't do a lot of takes on that.
And then I thought you sounded great on it, man.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Had you always been wanting to record it, or just it seems like a long time?
Honestly, I never thought I would join a band that at one point or another we called a country band. We're not really a country band, but we lean that direction, and it's not really a genre that I was into until I started seeing Burt the Dirt at shows, and I bought their first album, and I just I couldn't stop listening to this band. I loved this band before I joined the band.
Right.
And then Aaron, our bass player, asked me one day if I would play some band tunes and join them on a tribute show, and it was fun. It was really fun. So I sort of stuck with that, and I think now we're not really a country band. We're more Americana.
Well, we play both kinds of music.
Both kinds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear a little.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
But so I never thought I would actually. I never planned on recording it.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I'm going to the studio in April to do my first solo project, and I'm planning on doing that song again, more in the way I originally dreamed it up, which is a little way stripped down.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that turns out. It could be totally different, but yeah.
We'll take all the fun out of it. We'll make it a contest on whose is better.
Exactly.
Well, I don't know about that. Burt the Dirt's going to win on that one, probably. Frank Sullivan taking a fiddle solo. You can't beat that.
He's a much more regular guy than you think. It's really most of our days were about where were we eating breakfast and dinner. That's pretty much the most important thing.
That's pretty much.
It's like music. We got the music part. That's no problem.
On every tour, though, it's pretty much where are we eating next.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's
funny.
So that's Mississippi Moonlight.
Cool, man.
More?
I'm struck by this title. So I'm a big John Prine fan, and looking at the lyrics.
Let's do that one next.
Tell me about that.
That's one of Robbie's.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you all about it. I was that was like a done in 15-minute kind of song. That was the evening that I heard that John Prine passed away from COVID.
Yeah.
And it says here, bad news had come in early while we were stuck inside. So it was during the lockdown.
Yep, for sure. Dead center of it. I think it was in like the late summer.
Yeah.
Maybe August or September. I can't remember the exact date, but it was one of those things, totally awful. What can you say? But and I think it's worthy to note how much of an influence obviously John Prine has been on not only our band but pretty much the songwriting community in general. Yeah, it's like. And I know a lot of people were thrown out quick tunes that they wrote. That's right. He's one of the reasons that you sit around and with your pals and play songs. I mean, him and Dylan, it's kind of a big reason why people do that in the world.
And he did it. And he did it with like 2 or 3 chords.
Yeah,
right.
And never had to be clever, quote unquote.
Yeah, yeah.
Just, it's just the most real stuff.
He's one of those people that has an instantly identifiable sound, which is a really hard thing to do. Whether you're a player or a producer, like Jeff Lynne is another guy that kind of has that. You can instantly hear records that Jeff Lynne produced. Right, he has his sound for sure. Jeff Beck, Danny Gatton. I mean, like,
Yeah.
God, it's a really rare and hard thing to find that, you know.
Totally unique.
But yeah, this was one that we wrote really quickly and was seemingly like, just do it.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
And we've been playing this one live for a few years too.
Yeah. It's a good. So I always thought about John Prine as being a good guy to just walk to, you know. Dun, dun, dun,
Right,
dun,
right.
dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun. Like Fish and Whistle. I mean, I'm just like, that's
Yeah.
a walking beat.
It is a walking beat. It's a whistling beat.
Yeah,
That's right.
for sure.
Cool.
All right, let's hear it.
listen to it here on WOWD, DC Roots, with John and Bryan, and our special guest, I was going to say Burt the Dirt, Bronson Hoover, and Robbie Cooper. See, this is what happens. I blank out when I'm introducing more than
all right.
two people. Okay.
It was just about 9:30. The air was warm outside. Trees were green and the moon was full and bright. Bad news had come in early while we were stuck inside. That's the night I learned that John had died. The world awoke and seemed to lose just a little of its shine. We drank coffee, but we really wanted wine. The breeze blew through the windows and the pancakes smelled so fine. When I awoke and found that John Bryan died. The man of true distinction, who sang about the human condition. His songs are here to ease our troubled minds. Next time you laugh so hard that it brings tears into your eyes, just think of our beloved friend John Bryan. Take it with you to the other side. It's the love and the laughter that we make is all we have. It's all that remains. That's your legacy, John Bryan. A man of true distinction. It don't matter if you're Jewish or Christian. His songs are here to ease our troubled minds. Can't take this life too serious or it just might pass you by. A solid lesson from our fallen friend John Prine. Thanks to you, folks are getting through just fine. We love and we miss you, wish we could kiss you just one more time. You are a treasure, it was our pleasure. Goodbye, John Prine. Thank you, John.
Snowy roads, but the sign up ahead says it's closed.
Support for Takoma Radio comes from The Covered Market, a boutique in downtown Takoma Park selling ceramics, home goods, jewelry, and more. Located at 7000 Carroll Avenue and online at thecoveredmarket.com. Mighty fine. We've been listening to Burt the Dirt, and that was a killer tune, Silver Dollar.
Yeah.
I'll bet there's a story behind that as well.
You said it was written by...
Is there a story behind that? That's a Harris Amster tune.
Yeah.
Did he tell you? He didn't let you in on it?
No, that's actually, Harris wrote that a really long time ago. We used to play that song with another band we had called the Late Greats, but hadn't recorded it in a long time, so we put on this one. I always confuse it with, we used to go to these shows called the Midnight Rambles that were at Levon Helm's studio in Woodstock, and we used to go to those things pretty regularly. I probably went to like maybe 6 or 7 of them in like my early 20s, I guess, kind of towards the end of college time. And Harris wrote another tune about going up there called North Country that we also play, and it was on another
last album.
record. Yeah. And I always confuse that with this because it talks about snowy roads, and that's what it always was going up there to the Rambles. Like,
I haven't told you the story yet. I just spent 3 months on the road with the blues band, and 2 of the guys in that band used to play with Levon Helm for 7 years. And we went down to New Orleans just to. We were about to play Chicky Wawa, but we got bumped by John Cleary. And if you're going to get bumped by somebody, that's okay. I'm okay with that. But anyway, but the funny thing was, I didn't realize this. One of the guys was telling me the story. He said that they were down in New Orleans with Levon. They were the house band at some club in New Orleans for like a year or something. And then one day Levon turned to one of my buddies and said that he was going to start this thing where he's going to do some concerts in his barn. And my buddy said to me, I looked at Levon and I said, "It's a stupid idea. Who's going to come to that?"
Really? Dude, it literally saved his life. Midnight Rambles literally saved his life.
Yes.
They're incredible, man. It's like everything that is great about playing music with your friends and people that you like, or seeing music with your friends and people you like, just embodied in a small room. I mean, it's like 120 people maybe.
Yeah.
And it's like a big kind of cabin barn where it's like the main tracking room of the studio, basically. And they just like put out chairs. Yeah. And the guests, man, some of the guests that were there when I would go, I mean, Dr. John was a guest one time. Phoebe Snow was a guest one time.
Holy cow.
Justin Townes Earl was opening the night, and then about halfway through his set, Steve Earle walks in and goes up and plays 4 or 5 Stones tunes with Levon's band at the end of the night. It was just ridiculous. And I remember I sat in the front one time, and I was like, I am a band fan. I'm a Levon fan for sure. And I was sitting down, like kind of right. I got in early, and I was sitting right next to his kit. And he leaned over to me at one point and said, "Hey, man, you know the score of the Arkansas game?" And I literally was like, no idea.
That's right.
But yeah, man, that's good memories of that for sure. But
I've heard Levon impressions nonstop for the past few months. Because my band leader was, spent 7 years with him, does great impressions, and he loves Levon impressions. So I heard a lot of that.
Yeah, man. But yeah, Harris wrote that tune, and we've been playing that one for a while for sure. Cool. I remember, I think that's the only track on here that doesn't have any organ on it. I remember we made a conscious decision to not put organ on track because you played such great piano. Which this is actually worth noting. I got a baby grand piano in my studio that was given to me, and it was like just the most perfect thing. It was
pull out your tissues, people.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's a real bummer. But it was actually my friend's parents' piano. They had it in their living room. It was given to them by his grandmother. So this was a 1936. I guess it was a Baldwin. I can't remember.
Baldwin sounds right.
Yeah. But old piano that was really well cared for and lived in just 2 houses from the 30s until now. Wow. And they would get it tuned once a year. It was like reasonably kept up with, and they gave it to me. So I hired these piano movers to get it over. We had to like take the railing off the stairs to get it up the stairs into the studio. It was it was a little bit of a to-do. But once it was up there, I let it sit for like a month or 2 and get acclimated. And then I had Chamie Necker. I don't know if you guys know Chamie Necker, but he tuned the piano at Blues Alley.
Great tuner.
Yeah, for a really long time. His son is running the business now.
His son is my tuner.
Yeah, and he's awesome. And he looks just like Chamie, which is the greatest thing ever. It's like you get a continuation of Chamie.
Nice.
But anyway, he came over and cleaned it up and tuned it. And this is the only record that I have it on because the HVAC in my studio broke one day in the hottest part of the summer, and when I was gone, it dumped water.
Oh, you're kidding.
It was the unit was kind of up towards the ceiling, and the lid was wide open, and it just dumped water inside the piano.
Jeez.
And it's the only record that I got. I mean, it was given to it's like it's devastating more from the perspective that I would use it on so much. It's a good sounding grand, but it's still a little bit honky. You know what I mean? It's like perfect for my purposes, and the size of it just fit in the room really well, and it was like, oh my god, it's devastated when this happened. But this is the one record that we got it on. We did like 2 days of tracking. It's a tracking piano, and it lives on here. I'm still deciding. I need to have him. I get Chamie's son back over to come check it out to see if it's because I mean if I can fix it, I'm going to. It's a free piano.
Absolutely.
It's like it needs a little bit of quid to make it happen again.
Right.
It's going to cost just as much money probably to get it out of the studio anyway. So it's like
might as well try.
Gee whiz.
yeah.
Wow. Well, on that very sad note,
That was the tissues part of the story.
what would you like to hear? Oh, I have a good story about that.
Yeah.
Maybe I could tell it off.
Tell us.
It's not okay. Well,
Now you got to tell us.
I can't remember the person's name, but Danny Gatton told me this story. And I'm trying to remember. Anyway, it was somebody he knew who was in World War II, and he was a bass player. And it's a true story. And he was near the end of the war, like a good friend of mine. He ended up in Germany and befriended this couple somehow. I can't remember if he stayed with them or just met them in the course of his duties. But the husband was a bass player also. And he had two really old German basses, which are the ones that a lot of guys want. And I don't know if they had some agreement that someday they'd go to him because they were an older couple. And so he went home after the war. And one day, not too long after that, he decided he'd go visit, And so he did, and he found where they lived, and he knocked on the door, and the wife answered, and he asked about the husband, said, well, sadly, he passed away. So that's too bad. And he, trying not to be too tacky, said, would you mind if I just saw the basses? Do you mind? And she said, no, I have them right back here. So they go into the backyard, and she had removed the tops and turned them into planters. No. And he was very sad. I get that image every now and then of these.
How many years did he get in prison for the murder?
But like a German, a proper like turn of the century German upright bass is like a very expensive thing.
Oh no, it'd be at least $100,000.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Wow.
And I guess
So
How did that affect the sound to have all that planting in there?
yeah, but anyway. So what shall we play
Let's
again?
let's do City Lines next. 'Cause then everyone's had their song.
There you go.
All right.
Who's this one written
City
by?
Lines is by our drummer Luke Schuster. And I got to give a shout out to these guys I play with. They're
Please
also
do.
a bunch of these guys are also in a band called Yellow Dove Marine.
Oh, yeah.
Which
We
is
saw
a
them.
phenomenal reggae band that does the Beatles catalog.
Saw them at
They got a show
Strathmore.
coming up at the
Yeah.
Hamilton in when is it? Soon.
The 20th, December 20th.
December 20th.
Our big-
Their
our
annual
big,
Hamilton show.
Yeah, we do a show there. It's like the 12th or 13th year that we've done it. I think we started the year that the Hamilton opened up. We do every holiday time we do.
Yeah, we love it. We saw you at the Strathmore then.
Yeah,
when was that?
It's a great band. So,
yeah.
but
we had to go inside.
Yeah.
It was going to be outside.
Love it.
Had to go
Love when we go inside at Strathmore. I do all the production at the Live from the Long gigs, and it's like, it's so great when the weather is nice outside. It's so great, but man, I love it when we get to go inside with the union dudes that carry all your stuff and it's air conditioned. They're like, don't touch your things. I'm like, you got it. You got it, pal.
We weren't upset either.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about these guys is that Robbie here is the guitarist in Burt the Dirt and the drummer in Yellow Dove Marine.
Yeah.
And our drummer, Luke, in Burt the Dirt is the keyboard player in Yellow Dove Marine. Aaron's the bass player in both bands, so he doesn't get that one. But these guys, they're all multi-instrumentalists, so it's pretty cool.
Great.
That's very cool.
So Luke Schuster, our drummer, wrote this next song called City Lines.
Okay.
And it's a song he wrote before he met his wife, right? Mm-hmm.
Sounds like it.
It's a song. I believe, about him taking the metro into the city and. It's like a longing song kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So it's a Washington, D.C. song.
All right.
Cool.
About the metro.
Excellent.
Sweet.
Here on WOWD, this is DC Roots, 94.3 FM and TacomaRadio.org.
I need in the palm of my hand, but everything means nothing when you can't find the one that you're dreaming of. I haven't written a song about love in recent memory, but that's all over. It's the only little thing that keeps me on my feet. Next time I go to the city, I'ma see what I can find. There's miles and miles of hope in these lights. I know she's out there waiting on me somewhere in Washington, D.C. Somewhere in Washington, D.C. Care about is what you're worth. I ain't worth much besides a keyboard or a drum. That's more than enough for me. I haven't written a song about love in recent memory, but that's all over. It's the only little thing that keeps me on my feet. Next time I go to the city, I'ma see what I can find. There's miles and miles of hope in these lights. I know she's out there waiting on me somewhere in Washington, D.C. Somewhere
that's what you said. You tell me you love me, but you left me here instead. Everything and nothing, that's what we have. What we need is love, babe, but I think that makes you mad. Everything and nothing is what's in my head. I can still learn something till the day I'm dead. Everything and nothing, that's what I see. Magic's in the air, babe. Just believe in me. Just believe in me. Everything and nothing, stories that are told, but we make our meaning by the way that we go. By the way that we go.
Yes, indeedy.
Alrighty then.
We dig it. Everything and nothing. With Burt the Dirt, ladies and gentlemen. We got Bronson Hoover and Robbie Cooper here from Burt the Dirt with their latest release. And
Rides Again. Burt the Dirt Rides Again.
Rides Again.
Right on. Right on.
I remember
Right
the
on.
first time I heard Harris say that on stage. We're going to work on our next album, Rides Again. I thought he was kidding. The first time.
It's honestly, it's a good name, man.
It's a perfect name.
It's a perfect name. It's a good one. Nobody has said anything about it. Nobody was like, yeah, we're not. Well, come
Actually,
on,
we
man.
don't.
No, that was just, it was the name.
Did we talk about it before? Where does Burt the Dirt come from?
All right, so this is if Harris was here, he would tell you in a much more funny way than I will, but I'll tell you basically what it is. So, you know when, like, I'm sure you guys have been to a reasonable amount of music festivals in your life,
Yeah.
right? Done some camping festivals here and there, you know, right? So you show up to the festival on day one, and then you're like really prepared. You know, you showered, you're wearing your good boots that you can get muddy, and
Right.
got plenty of water packed, and whatever else you got packed, and you know you're just totally ready for it. And then it's 95 degrees out. You know, the bands are cranking. You start drinking a little bit, and you know, telling yourself you're gonna drink water in between beers, but you don't drink
Right.
as much water as you should, and you know, and then nightfall
it's
comes.
definitely Brian's.
Yeah, and then
You were there?
and then nightfall comes, right? And nightfall comes, gets a little cooler, but you establish the first layer of funk, you know, on your. Then there's going to be no shower. Don't no shower for the next 4 days. And but you're still yourself. You know, you're still Bryan. You know what I mean? You're still yourself. And you wake up the next morning at like 6:45 or 7 a.m. because the sun's beating in your
Someone
tent.
brought a pet rooster.
Yeah, exactly. So and you're slightly aware of your, but you're still basically together.
actually
You're just
outside the
dirty,
tent.
you know,
Yeah.
exactly, whatever. And you go through the day, and then you know, somebody comes by and says, you know, here, eat this, and you eat whatever it is, right? And you carry on your day and kind of lose yourself, and you know, like, and then by the second night, stuff really starts getting pretty weird, you know. and that's when Burt comes out. You know, that's when you're no longer Bryan. You're Burt. And then by day 3, it's like you don't even know where you're at, and by the 4th day, you're just happy to be leaving and going home to get a shower, and that's when you Burt the Dirt. Pretty much evening of night 3 is when you fully transform into Burt the Dirt. You ever seen the Thriller music video?
Yeah,
it's kind of like that.
Wait, we become zombies?
Right, exactly.
Kind of like that. Burt the Dirt.
Yeah,
and that's
one arm falling off.
That's what it is. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You know,
I thought Harris had explained that to us. But I do not remember that.
He did. He just did. He probably did it in a much more succinct way. Right. He would just say something to the fact like, "Yeah, you know, you wake up with somebody you've never met before in their tent. That's Burt the Dirt." That's what he said.
I think his answer is usually we're all Burt.
Yeah, exactly. He says that we're all. Who's Burt? They say, "What's Burt the Dirt?" They say, "We are.
We're all
Burt the Dirt." Right.
Yeah. Which I like that line.
Yeah,
it's the truth. All of us are.
Well, that was well said, my friend.
It happens to everybody. Listen.
Well,
and that last one was an Aaron Glazer composition.
And Aaron Glazer is whom?
Our bass player.
I thought so.
Yeah.
That's
great.
excellent.
That you all, a true collaboration. Everyone writing.
Everyone has a song.
So check this out. I've known Aaron Glazer since pretty much before I was born. I went to preschool with Aaron Glazer.
Yeah.
And our parents live in the same neighborhood, and we grew up literally known him my whole life. One of my dearest friends. I've known Harris since I was like maybe 8 years old, 9 years old.
Yeah.
I've known Luke since the 7th grade, so I don't know, 12 years old.
Well,
they just met me on the street like 2 weeks ago.
I met.
He looks like Burt the Dirt.
Bronson, I've known you for a little while too. I don't know how long. I mean, the thing is you think it hasn't been that long, but like now the years just go faster. Where it's like I've probably known you for like over a decade or something now, between gigs and stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe.
You know what I mean?
I used to throw stuff at you when you were at the Hamilton. Too much bass.
Yeah, exactly. Let me get your business card. I'll be there on Monday morning. Tell you how to do your job too. That's what I always say to people. Oh my god! It's like, yeah, let me get your business. People just love that. People love to tell you. It's like, I think the mix should be this way. It's like, all right, well, give me your business card. I'll come tell you how I think you should do your job too.
You'll be proud of me, man. I restrained myself. I got to see John Cleary in Vegas in September, and the first 3 songs that he played, it was all bass. Yeah. It was all kick and bass. I could not hear John Cleary playing the piano. Yeah. and I was like, I was livid. I mean, I'm a piano player. I'm like, I was there for John Cleary, and I restrained myself. I wanted to go up to the sound guy and be like, "Hey guys, whose name is on the poster?" It's literally John Cleary. Why can't I hear him?
I watched a show with Tony Rice. Literally, you know, Tony Rice, the bluegrass guitar player, like literally one of the best acoustic guitar players ever, and known for his unbelievable touch and tone. Right. I mean, for sure. Mm-hmm. And I saw him with Peter Rowan and the Price Sisters at this bluegrass festival in West Virginia, where they wouldn't get through a song without him storming off and going. And the monitor engineer is this like kind of dreaded out hippie dude, you know? Yeah. It's like, and he's also one of those people that's like, no, I'm not plugging in. I'm not plugging nothing in. Put a mic in front of my guitar. It's like, I don't want a loud monitor, and I want, you know what I mean? Right. One of those people. But they couldn't get through a single song. I remember they were playing Wild Mustang, you know that famous Peter Rowan song, Wild Mustang. I'm the Wild Mustang, they brought me from Spain. It's like one of the, and he does this. I was so entranced by that song, and he does this yodeling thing that when you see him do it, it doesn't even look real. I mean, it's like this sound that comes out of his mouth, where you're just like, it's unbelievable. Yeah. But and I was just like waiting, come on, Wild Mustang, and he kept stopping. Peter.
Oh man!
Because he just would storm off and go scream at the monitor guy. Oh, it was so good. Good memory.
Yeah. I wanted to do that in my thing on Sunday too, but it happens.
Yeah, I hear you. Man.
A good storm off, right?
That's pretty good. Well, my brothers, it's been wonderful to have you here.
Yeah,
and we're going to keep these. May we keep the CDs and we'll play them.
We will play them.
I made them for you.
Yes, thank you.
Well, there's one tune that you haven't played that I really want you to play before we go anywhere.
Okay.
If we have time.
I'm ready.
This is the battle.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was going to say.
The Battle is one of Robbie's tunes.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that Robbie will
Bravo.
tell us more, but I just want to tell you my reaction to The Battle.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I think I told you a little bit over text.
Yeah.
My mom passed away about 2 years ago, and I'm still, obviously dealing with that grief.
Yeah.
But I've been playing The Battle now with Robbie for like probably 2-3 years. Easy, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not a lyrics guy. Like, I listen to the instrumental parts. I hardly ever listen to lyrics. And I'm in the back of the tour bus a couple of months ago working on lyric sheets for this album, and I'm starting to write out Robbie's lyrics and to The Battle and listen to the lyrics intently, and they are very touching about the death of his mom.
Yeah.
And so I can't listen to the song without tearing up. So you're going to see me cry today.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Robbie. Tell us the story.
Well, you know how it is. I mean,
I
it's
do.
I lost my mother when I was 8 years old, just for my 9th birthday to cancer. Just a really gnarly stroke of bad luck, basically. And, for a long time, it's like the formative event of your life. You know what I mean? Especially when you're a kid, when you don't, as you get older, you start to meet more people that have, it's kind of every other person you walk, you run into has lost somebody from cancer, particularly, and it's much more easy to find some, fellowship or camaraderie on the whole thing. But for a long time, it was like, as the only kid I knew who was in a single parent household for that reason. And, and I actually, it's kind of wild. My wife also lost her mother when she was young. And I met my wife when I was 15, maybe even a little bit younger. And that's totally what we initially connected on. It was the only other person I knew lost a parent. And it's basically this, becomes the subject matter of what you write about for a long time. And so this is a song I wrote just about that experience with my mother and stuff like that. But as sad as it is, though, Bronson, if you do listen to the lyrics, it's actually more of a thing that's like, tell the story and tell you where I'm at now. And where I'm at now has been a very long time of peace with it. I was like really fortunate to have a very attentive, happening father who was like when I really look back on the entire experience, my dad was like Superman. It was like, okay, now I just have to do the job of two people. That's it. Yeah. And he just did. Yeah. And so I didn't long for anything, as a kid. My dad like really was kind of a rock star parent. I did the same things my friends did. And I think I probably would be in a similar place right now had that not happened, which to me is like a overwhelming success. I mean, he's by far and away the most the example, that I try to emulate with my son. I have a 5.5-year-old now, and it's just like he's literally like, what did my dad do with me? And that's what I'm going to do. So, anyway,
that's great.
That's a beautiful song. Yeah.
All right. Well, what?
Well, you're listening to Takoma, WOWD LP, Takoma Park. We have to say that.
That's our legal thing.
Yeah, legal thing. And we've been here with Burt the Dirt, Bronson Hoover, and Robbie Coleman. Cooper, I'm sorry.
See, you embarrass me.
I know. I'm sorry.
That's why we don't have guests.
I mean, you tied it up nicely, though.
Thanks, guys, for being here.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here.
Really
It's
great.
fun to be with you guys.
And we're going to go out with a tune written by Robbie, The Battle.
Started out, she wasn't much older than I am now, and something grabbed a hold of her. And I'm not the only one who's loved and lost someone. And now the time has come where I can finally say that we are at peace. We're doing okay.